Okay, we are live. Welcome, welcome. Let me just adjust this and then we will get started. All right. Oh, today we are doing a meditation to relieve pain. And this is a technique that you can use over and over and over again. You can use it every day and you can use it for as long as you need to for any kind of pain, whether it's an acute pain, something that just happened, or whether it's chronic pain. And so I say when it's an acute pain, I mean, of course, if you were just stabbed, go to the ER, go for help immediately. And on your way to the hospital, in the ambulance, you could do this technique and it will help. So we're going to be not only calming the nervous system, this is what we've been working on the whole month of April, is moving your nervous system from fight or flight, from stress state into relaxation state. And that always helps to just remember to hit the record. And that always helps to reduce pain. When you move your body from the stress state into the relaxation response, you're always going to do beneficial things in regards to pain that you're experiencing. What we're going to be doing today is combining mindfulness meditation with a particular type of breath work. Mindfulness meditation, or rather just mindfulness in general, means you're paying attention to what's happening in the moment without applying any kind of judgment or preconceived notions. So it's just a relaxed way of paying attention. That's what mindfulness is. And when we practice mindfulness meditation, we get better at the skill of mindfulness. And the idea when we practice mindfulness meditation is not solely to get better at meditation. The idea is to develop a skill, a habit, a way of approaching things that happen to you in a way that you can apply it in the real world. So the better you get at mindfulness in meditation, the better you get at mindfulness out in the real world. And we're paying attention to what's going on in the moment without applying any kind of storylines. And sometimes it's those storylines that can get us in trouble, that can cause us to react negatively to something that may not necessarily be negative. And even though I practiced mindfulness and meditation for a long time, something happened to me a few years ago that I forgot that I could apply it in real life. And this is how I came to apply the technique that we're doing today to a real life situation. A few years ago, I was living on a mountainside in the Kootenays in BC, and I had just adopted Grizz and Bella. They're my two big dogs, and they had belonged to my neighbor, my next door neighbor, and he ended up having to sell his house, and he had to move to a place where he couldn't keep the dogs. And the whole time I had been living there, every day I would go out onto the road, pass by the house, and then go up the mountain for a walk, and the dogs would come running out. So they became my hiking companions, and then it seemed natural just to adopt them. So it was October in the Kootenays, and there's a lot of rain there. It's an inland temperate rainforest, and the steps for my house faced the north, and they were wooden steps, and they were always wet, and they were always slippery, covered with algae. And Grizz was bouncing around. He's like, come on, let's go out for a walk. And we always go out for a walk, whether it's raining or not. So I went racing down the stairs, and it's only 5 stairs. But when I got to the second from the bottom step, my foot slipped out from under me. I fell back and I cracked my rib on the step. And I ended up on the ground on my hands and knees. You know, what you expect when you break a rib. And I crawled up the stairs, and I crawled into bed, and my brain started catastrophizing. Oh my God, this is going to be something serious. I'm not going to be able to teach fitness and yoga anymore. I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. I'm going to lose my house. Where are my animals going to live? Oh my God, right? Applying those catastrophic stories to the situation. And then something inside me went, wait a minute. You've been practicing meditation and breath work and teaching other people to do it for a long time now. And now is the time to put your techniques to the test. So I slowed down my breathing because I was doing mouth breathing really fast into the chest, not just because I had a broken rib and I couldn't breathe deeply because of the pain there, but also because I was in fight or flight mode. I was in stress mode. I was in worry mode, fear mode. So I slowed down my breath and I started breathing in and out through my nose, really slow. Deep, slow, soft breathing. And my nervous system and my being started to calm down. Focusing on the breath, the way it feels in and out through the nostrils. I couldn't breathe super deep because of the pain in the ribs, but I was slowing down my breathing, which took my body out of a fear state into relaxation response. And then I started focusing on the part of my body where I was experiencing pain. And sorry, hey Marie, welcome. I'm just going to put you on mute. I'm so glad that you're here. All right. So, right. So I focused on the pain, the place in my body where I was feeling the most pain. Oh, it looks like we lost Marie. Sorry, Marie. Hopefully you're not having trouble with your internet again, and you can maybe watch on Facebook or on YouTube this time. If not, the recording will be available for you. Okay. So I'm focusing on the pain, where it's coming from in my body. And instead of applying the label pain, I started to apply a neutral label. It felt like swirling. So I focused my attention there and I kept repeating that word to myself in my head. Swirling, swirling, swirling. And then the sensation shifted and it turned into heat, heat, heat. So I continued like this, applying a neutral label, following the most compelling sensation and focusing on it, acknowledging it, what was going on, checking in with my breathing, making sure it was still slow. And what happened was after a few minutes of doing this, I fell asleep. I had just broken my rib. I hadn't taken any painkillers and I fell asleep. And I was asleep for a good 2 hours. And I woke up and I still had pain because there was tissue damage, but I believe it was lessened a lot more than if I had laid there for 2 hours in tension, worrying about what was going to happen to my home, right? So this is the technique we're going to do today. We're going to combine mindfulness, meditation, and the breathing. So for this one, you can stay seated if you like. If you're comfortable seated and the area that you're going to be focusing on is okay that way. If you want to, though, you can lie down. So lie down comfortably if you think it'll be easier for you to relax. If you're sitting, sit up tall, shoulders relaxed. And for this meditation, if you like, you can close your eyes or you can look downwards with your eyes slightly open. So get yourself set up. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And begin by focusing on your breathing. We're going to examine some of the qualities of the breath without making anything happen in your breath. If you can, breathe in and breathe out through your nose. If you have to do a little bit of mouth breathing right now because that's your condition, you go right ahead. But if you can, in and out through your nose. And notice if there's a difference between the temperature of your inhale and the temperature of your exhale. No right or wrong, just observing. And then notice how the air feels as it touches the rims of your nostrils, flowing in and flowing out. And then notice if your breath is making a sound. Again, no right or wrong, just notice. Is there a sound as you breathe in and breathe out? And if any thoughts start to float through your mind, just let them float on by. You're paying attention to your breathing right now. And now moving down into your body and noticing your breathing in your body. Notice where your body is moving as you breathe in and breathe out. It might be in your chest, or it might be a little lower down. Right now, just observing. And notice what that movement feels like. It might be rising or falling. It might be pressure and release. Maybe expansion and then softening. So just paying attention to the movement that's happening in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. Any thoughts or stories or images that arise can just float on by. And now turn your awareness to a place in your body that's feeling sore or tight or tense, or where you've experienced chronic tension or tightness or soreness. It could be from an acute injury, and it could be something that has been there for a while. Bring your awareness to that area of your body and notice the most compelling sensation right now. And see if you can apply a label to that sensation that feels neutral. So it could be a word like swirling, or pulsing, or movement, or heat, or pressure. Whatever word feels neutral and like it's the most fitting for the sensation that you're feeling there. Keep your awareness on that sensation and keep repeating the word that you chose in your head. And stay there as long as that feeling is the most compelling. you may find that the sensation changes, and you can change the word. You may find that the sensation moves. So follow it, change the word, and keep repeating that neutral word in your head as you give your attention to this area of your body that's asking for attention, that's sending a message. And then check in again with your breathing, letting it flow easily. And then come back to the most compelling sensation in your body. And anytime you feel like you need to, you can take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Help your being relax. And then shift your attention back to the most compelling sensation in your body. Following it, observing, noticing. And keeping your awareness on that area of your body. Come back to your breathing at the same time. And as you inhale, feel those tissues gently expand. And as you exhale, feel them softly release. Draw the inhale into those tissues and feel them expand. And as you exhale, feel them release. Inhale, the tissues softly expand. Exhale, they soften and release. Starting to feel the boundaries of that sensation dissipate, expand, loosen, and release. With each breath, drawing life energy, prana, into those tissues. Feeling the prana permeate and soak into all of those areas. And any remaining tension, releasing it with the breath. And then letting that go. And taking a moment here to just be, without trying to make anything happen. Just be. Now bring your awareness back to your breathing. Take a deep breath in through your nose, exhale with a sigh. That a few more times. Let your whole body relax with your exhale. And as we finish the meditation, start to bring your awareness back to the room, noticing the support beneath you, noticing any sounds in the room, and coming back into the world, knowing that you have a method, a technique, a skill that you can come back to anytime so that you can feel like you're in control. There's something that you can do. Give your body the attention it needs. You can follow this meditation on the recording as often as you need to. And once you've gotten used to it, you can apply this technique when you're out in the world and you feel like your body is sending you a message. So one more full deep breath in. Exhale. Open your eyes and come on back into the room. All right. How'd that feel? Let me know in the comments or send me an email. You can send me an email at, it's a long one, jenniferbountifulyoga@gmail.com, or you can message me on Facebook or leave a comment on the YouTube video. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if you had any aha moments, how it went, if there's still something that you're challenging, that's challenging you. Like, were you able to hone in on that spot? Were you able to apply a label that's neutral? Are there thoughts that are distracting you? Let me know, and then we can work on that so that you can master this skill. And like any skill, the more you practice, the better you get at it. I will see you on Tuesday. What's the date? Tuesday, April 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific. Same bat channel, same bat place. And we'll be doing the same thing again. We'll do this combination of mindfulness and breathing. Namaste.